They'll let you in if you're ugly.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
oh, I can hear you.
Welcome. I don't hear
Put
myself.
you,
Welcome to the
put you.
Tampa Bay Breakfast Club of your brother John.
This is Kiana.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project of the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That.
I
We'd like to
don't hear
thank y'all
you.
for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool because smart
Change
is
them. Change your
the
thing.
new gangster, baby. And if you don't know, now you know. And Charlie Funk got a disclaimer that he's gonna run for y'all so that y'all can know who we
The
speaking
Tampa Bay
for.
Breakfast Club is an independently produced program. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Cara Festa Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. Enjoy the show.
And it is a hump day. it's what's on your mind Wednesday, and we're gonna kick it off right. We got the one and only Janet Michelle, findingmyhappy.net. What's good? What's good? What's good?
Hey, good morning, family. How y'all doing this morning?
Oh, there we go.
Hey, how
Look,
you?
look, we it's hump day for real. Trying to come through and
Can you hear now?
I can't hear a thing, but it's all.
I can hear you. I hear.
Okay, I gotta wiggle my cord a little bit. So, Janet, what's on your mind?
You know what's on my mind? There's been this trend of, I don't know if you guys have seen it, no contact trend with adult children choosing to go no contact.
With your parents.
Yeah, with their parents. And what I it's been on my mind because I think sometimes um that as parents we can't, I don't like these word can't, but um we s- we should try not to be dismissive of our adult children when they come to us telling us that they've been harmed or that we've harmed them, or that they had a problem with the way that they were treated when they were younger. I believe that we need to try to make space to hear them out. I'm not saying become an emotional dumping ground, right? But I do feel like, we should give them the space to do that, and that sometimes it's difficult for adult children to confront their parents about things that bother them, primarily because of the way that some of us were raised. Like, it is what it is. Your mama did, your daddy did, or your parents did the best. They did the best they could with what they had, but in some cases the best they did with what they had can be toxic, could have been and it could have been an environment where you really didn't prepare or give that child space to really express how they were feeling, and or what you did made them feel, right?
Right.
um didn't get that grace particularly in the Black household.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, but sometimes you can carry those things on of not being not being seen, not being heard, into your adulthood. And some kids are just choosing to adult children are choosing to go no contact. And I think, again, as parents, when our children circle back around and they do want to talk to us about some things that you know they didn't like. I think I lost y'all.
Oh, you
No,
here?
you're
No,
here. We're
we
listening.
yeah.
You just can't see us
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we
you
took you
featured.
off.
You're featured.
Oh, okay. I think then they circle back around to talk to us about those things that we try as best we can to give them the space to do that. Try not to get offended and not feel like it's a personal attack necessarily, but it's more of them trying to express how they were impacted when they really didn't feel like they had the space to express that then as a child.
Yeah.
And I've personally seen it work and improve, my relationship with my adult children, particularly son. And initially it's like, what you mean? Then I had to think about it, like, you know what, son? Especially after I started my healing journey, it's like, I had to apologize. I
Yeah.
had to, and I had to acknowledge the way that he felt. And just doing that small gesture, it opened up a door for us and our relationship to heal. Because sometimes those older boys, they get it. They
Yeah.
But you said a powerful thing, Janet. Like you had to do the healing, right? And so I'm big on family, but I'm also big on boundaries now.
Okay.
And regardless if it's your blood family, your friends, sometimes you just got to cut people out. And I mean, the reality is it's a hard pill to swallow. But if the toxicity is coming from your parent and the parent is dragging you somewhere that you don't want to go, I used to be like, try to work it out. Sometimes, unfortunately, those are the people that you end up having to cut if they're not willing to do the work.
That's what's going on. That's what
And
the
that's
signs
what-
stay going on.
And you now I can't hear you.
Oh no, I was agreeing with you.
Oh, you just talking here. Okay, but yeah, like and I think now that we're getting people that's entering into this therapy and receptive to it, and the older generation may not, not want to do that. Nah, we ain't did that. All we did is go to God. We pray about our problems, He'll fix it, and not using the tools that God has given us so that we have the things to make us better. And now people are choosing a different path.
Yeah, and I like what you said too. And I think what you're saying, both of what y'all saying is valid and it's true. I think that being cut off as the first option, especially when you're talking about parent-child.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think just cutting you off and moving on with my life is the first and best option.
But but by the time
not the first and best. I
mean,
it's not. You might get to a spot where it's like, okay, I've tried to work it out. Like, try to work it out, have your conversations. But if you see that it's not working and you're unable to do it,
by the time you got there, you know how many times you done went back. Like, for real, like that. It's never your first.
Okay.
You see.
Because some people's just tolerance for BS is way lower.
And when I seen the story, right, I seen this story about the parents and the kids not connecting, and I thought about it, because this is what mental health is telling people to do. You
Disconnect.
Get what I'm saying? Yeah, they telling you to walk away from toxicity, and a lot of toxicity is coming from families and coming from home.
Yeah,
a lot of people was hurt at home. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
older people aren't planning for their children to take care of them no more.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because the disconnect is real.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Well, back in the days, a lot of older people's plan was for their children to take care of.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
That's my plan too. So children, I'm sorry.
Listen, humble yourself. Like, when them children come, them adult children, and I said they come to you as adult parents, and they got something they want to get off their chest and something they want to express, please make the space and listen. But
that's right now.
Make that space to listen to them. Don't just dismiss them, and try not to take it as a personal attack or a personal offense. They just want to be heard, because in that space and time, they don't feel like they were able to be heard. And then if that does, feel like challenge you to want to become a better parent, because it's never too late to become a better parent.
That's right.
Too late, but you got to be committed to wanting to do that, and maybe that's that spark that does that, so to heal that relationship. But absolutely, it is okay to establish familiar boundaries. If you are not being treated right, if you're being disrespected, to remove yourself for your nervous system.
Yes.
To, you know what I'm saying? So to protect your peace, it is totally okay to set those family boundaries. Absolutely.
Amen. That's what's on your mind Wednesday. Thank you again, Janet Michelle, for coming in, dropping some jewels and giving us those nuggets. You can reach Janet Michelle at findingmyhappy.net and get the book, Chuck and the Deuces to Toxic Thinking.
Deuces.
I have a great day.
Okay, I'm going back to the audience.
Remember, y'all, it's a seat at the table with your name on it. So feel free to give us a call, 727-637-2416. You can join the conversation. Also get in the chat, man, and engage. Later on, we're going to do a What the People Say, because we had a lot of comments and a lot of engagement when we were over at Culture Creative on Monday for the mental health conversation.
Part 2.
Yeah, part 2 of the conversation.
Part 1, 2 was both of them was fire.
Yeah, they were fire. Absolutely.
Yeah, you can go back and watch it.
Yes, you can.
And share it with your friends.
Please and thank you. Make sure that you do all the things that they just said. But that's true though. I mean, my experience with that during COVID, like I had some revelations And it wasn't even revelation. It was just my children telling me what their experience was growing up as, Brother John's children.
Mm-hmm.
And, and that's that was really like what we talked about. It wasn't like being, dad or pops. It was, that's Brother John's daughter. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And just what did that mean to them growing up and what their experience was. And I broke down, man, because I knew that they made sacrifices, but I didn't realize to what degree and a lot of their experiences. And so you're right, Janet. Thank you for uplifting that as well.
Go ahead, caller. Introduce yourself.
And we got 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Okay, my 2 minutes. This is Coach D, and I'm calling from the other side of Pinellas County. Just wanted to say this. There's a tool called the power and control wheel.
Okay.
And I think everybody should learn about the power and control wheel. You should Google it and assess where you have the power and where you're trying to control, or vice versa, where other people have the power and they're trying to control. Because there are some children that want to have power and control over their parents. You think your children will take care of you, but what they really want is power and control over you so that they can take whatever you have. And when you learn that,
you see that sometimes.
So they can take everything you have.
And I think everybody should Google it, the power and control wheel. I learned about that when I started working with the formerly incarcerated.
Okay.
Because I needed to understand the dynamic that they were thinking by. There's also a course that was taught in Pinellas County Jail, criminal thinking errors.
Okay.
That generational criminal thinking. I was asked many times why people don't take the programs.
Okay.
And I said, well, they have a dynamic. They have a way that they look through life. And it's through the lens of people who walk down their time. There's a badge of honor for walking down your time. And it's layers to this stuff. And I still work with the formerly incarcerated. I have a guy that
8 o'clock.
called me yesterday.
Oh yeah, it is. We got
8
it.
o'clock.
All right, y'all have a great day.
Okay.
Thank you. And if you could, Coach D, put a link in the chat for us. That'll make it easy because we might Google it and Google the wrong thing. So listen, y'all, we got a very power-packed morning this morning. Again, we're going to do what the people say. We're going to talk about some AI intelligence. We got Ask Kiana. We also have politics with Mr. Edmonds. So you don't want to miss it. Tag a friend, tell a friend, and we'll be back at about 6 minutes after the hour. Y'all stick around.
I got love for you, no lie. I give my best, I try. Someday you'll touch the sky. You're an angel, little baby. Wipe all your tears away. I know it's been crazy, but keep your head up high.
Foot chase through the projects, dodging foreign objects. Street knowledge, I should've went to college. Odds stacked against me, surviving off instinct. 3 blocks from the precinct. Lil' homie caught a case, others lost family members. Product of his environment, projects produce violence in the middle of the streets, cause that's how we eat. Just heard rap about the trap, don't mean I ain't about peace.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together, under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day, fight
love to my brothers, love to my sisters. We all need each other. Children need their mothers and they need their dads. Taking a life that don't make you bad. The fact that you do that is so sad. Pocket watching, plotting on another man's cash. Pick up a book instead of picking up a gun. Increase your knowledge and that'll increase your funds. If everyone succeeds, then crime would decrease and people would live instead of resting in peace. Unity, that's what we need. Stand up and be a positive force in the community.
We are one, we must fly to the sun every day. Fight for peace, not destroying our dreams. We must stand together.
Must stand together.
All together as one.
As one people.
United we must
United,
stand
we shall rise.
Fighting for
And you fight for me
till our race is done.
till we see God.
United we must
United, we'll rise. Clap with me.
under
Clap.
God. We
Clap.
are one.
Yes, sir.
We must
Clap.
fly to the
Clap.
sun.
G beat on the track,
Every
man, and I
day,
mean this. It's from the
peace,
heart.
not destroying
Back and
our
forth to
dreams.
prison, cause my position in the ghetto was wishing my dreams was in my hand, man. Instead of so distant, violent crimes on my record, showing judges I'm reckless. Guess they think I'm rich and young, like Young and the Restless. Every time I see a young brother rich in peace, got to be the only time when I watch TV. Cause the struggling and suffering is all I see. Besides muscling and hustling that wall with heat, I point the finger at the devil, boy, for taking my peace. Cause the only way to live is to take to the streets. But they rate me as a villain for the killing and dealing. For what? My last resort to make me a living. I don't give a damn, tell them so what? I'm gonna survive even if they threaten me with life. The arms of poverty held tight, making life a fight. But in the sky, we got to unite. Keep your head in the sky.
We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together, fighting for each other till our race is done. United we must stand together. Under God we are one. We must fly to the sun every day. Fight for peace, not destroying our dream. We must stand together, all together as one. United we must stand together.
Lost. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia joined. Executed Tuesday were Hossein Safari and Abu Fazi
Yeah, just like that. We're back.
We're back.
Welcome back to the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
This is Kiana.
And I'm the one and only Mr. Edmond.
This program is being brought to you as part of the New Image Project at the Community Development and Training Center, aka See That?
See that?
And we'd like to thank y'all for tuning in, helping us to redefine what's cool, because smart is
The new.
Gigi Gangster.
baby.
And if you don't know,
Now you know.
Okay,
Now you know.
The
Now
Tampa
you
Bay
go
Breakfast
off the
Club
wall.
is an independently produced program. The views, opinions, and statements expressed by hosts, guests, or callers are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views, positions, or policies of Carrie Festa Radio, 99 Jams, its ownership, management, affiliates, sponsors, or partners. Enjoy the show.
Please enjoy the show.
All right, that's what's on your mind.
Before we
Wednesday.
get started, I want to present intellectual power
you know,
Okay.
to my sister.
Okay. Oh.
To my sister.
Okay. Okay.
My sister.
Okay.
And if y'all don't know, intellectual power is the dope that not dope.
No, that's right. Go
but
ahead.
It's the
That's the language people understand.
Yeah,
It's that good dope.
Yeah, it's that good stuff.
Yeah.
That that brother RZA
Yeah.
dropped off to us, and Cuban, give me the medicine, give me the medicine, give me the dope. And today I'm presenting her with the dope.
You got a full presentation. Look, she's shaking it up too.
Like it's real dope.
Like it's real.
Yeah, but intellectual power is the new medicine. Is a blend of herbs, spices, peppers.
It's like 13 different herbs in that thing,
I
man.
take it without the caps. I take it out the caps.
Okay. Ooh, how I feel when you do that? Like,
It's just powder.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, boy, you tough.
Yeah, no. I'm not
I tried. I did it on mistake without the cap, and I was like,
It is like
don't do
that, though.
Yeah.
But the caps give me like acid reflux. So whatever the caps made of.
Okay.
But those are different type of caps. You know, he's really particular about
Listen,
everything.
I am too.
Like even right here, even with this, like he said when he did this, are we?
Yeah, I mean, let's go.
We
in
not.
Look, we out there on
This
the bridge.
capsule is glass and dark, which you can't find anywhere else.
Yeah.
This keeps it good, and it you need to have the glass because you know plastic has a lot of bad stuff in it.
Yeah, and then
And you
put
know
it in
what?
your body.
We want a full review. I want you to take it, follow the instructions, 3 pills in the morning,
Okay.
and go to sleep with it.
Okay.
And tell me, and we want a full report Friday.
Somebody tag Reza Islam. Let him know that we're
Friday.
talking about intellectual power this morning. And it is What's on Your Mind Wednesday. And so we do have a caller call coming in. Do we have a call coming in?
We got a call coming in.
We got a call coming in, and it's live. We on the air.
We
So,
laugh
so
on
whatever
it.
you say, the world gonna hear you. Call her. What's on your mind Wednesday? What's up?
IXL. I'm inspired by love, and I need some of that intellectual power. This is what Charlie Funk.
What's up, folks?
I love that, Charlie Funk. How you feeling this morning?
He inspired by love.
You know, it's been a rough couple of days. I just want to say R.I.P. to my cousin Queasy. You feel me?
Yeah.
R.I.P. to Quill.
Yeah.
But you know, we maintain and we still we gonna celebrate life and intellectual power, communities coming together. You feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
Community standing together. I need the information for those 2 ladies that were talking earlier this morning too. I would really love to sit down and talk with them.
Okay.
I need to schedule to sit down and talk with y'all too.
Okay.
I excel on everything. New music on the way.
Well, Janet, both of them are in the chat. Margaret is one of them, and Janet Michelle is the other.
And I
Thank you for calling, Charlie.
Charlie, I want to say big shots out. 727 Day was a huge hit.
Bye, Charlie.
727 somewhere.
Yeah, bye.
All right, bye, Charlie. Appreciate it.
Oh, okay, my
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, no, it's good. And
No, 727. So
blank
let's
look that you
because
gave me the blank look.
Mhm.
yeah, no, okay, so 727.
And I just got a text say y'all gonna be in trouble.
So tell me about 727.
No, actually, it's Bird Day. Let's get it. So
Yeah, Bird
okay,
Day.
let me kind of do, and this is how St. Pete is, right?
Okay.
And I mean, the beauty is you have different people. Everybody like different things.
Yeah,
So Bird Day started. Let's start with Haley, Donnie Love, and I can't think of the other guy name.
Yeah,
right
but I
quick.
remember, yeah.
Right,
I
and
remember that, yeah.
So they started it, right?
At Urban Drinkery, it was at Urban.
And so when they started it, and so it was at Ferg's. The official Bird Day was at Ferg's. Right. Last year the city, because it was a break, started 727 Day to include the whole county. Now there was one at another spot.
Okay.
727 day.
Is that what?
Yep.
Oh,
That's with the fireworks.
That's what that was with the fireworks.
So that was the 727, which is
you're right. It's something for everybody.
It's something
fireworks at 727 day.
Yeah.
You saw that?
Yeah, it was. Check out our Hard Nod.
Yeah.
Yeah, I be detoxing from social media.
Yeah, you ain't missed too much.
But I will tell you,
fireworks. If you're in the fireworks, you can go this page.
Bird Day on Monday was a great vibe. Like they had local artists that came up. The vendors was nice out there. Cheyenne ended up last minute hitting the stage and closing out the show.
Okay.
You had Surefire, Donnie Love. They gave away TVs. Chill Will was there. It was just all about the community. Consuela, and Dally with all the programs that they do and helping the Youth Alliance,
the real youth,
all of that. And so it was really about supporting the culture here in St. Pete, and I can't wait to see what happens next year.
I love that. I love that. I love it. And I mean, we got a lot of headlines, y'all, and so it's a lot of things that's happening, and so we want to try and get into it. First thing that I saw, OpenAI is involved in a wrongful death lawsuit.
Mm-hmm.
And so a wrongful death lawsuit was filed by Christian Faith Madison, a 29-year-old mother and accountant, alleges that months of conversations reinforced religious delusions. They encouraged her belief that she was a prophet and ultimately led her to believe that she needed to die to fulfill her mission. The lawsuit alleges that the chatbot discouraged appropriate reality testing and failed to redirect her toward human help during a mental health crisis. OpenAI, of course, they're denying any wrongdoing, saying that it continues to improve safeguards and that the allegations haven't been proven in court. But the long story short is that she was having this dialogue with the chatbot.
Yeah.
And the chatbot convinced her that she was a prophet and she needed to die in order to fulfill her divine assignment.
Mm-hmm.
And she walked out into traffic and got hit by a car and died so that she can go to the other side. And like it had her believing that she would be reincarnated as this new divine self. And so the question that has been coming up is like, should AI companies have the same legal duty of care to be able to recognize that when somebody is in a mental health crisis?
I think with the whole AI thing, people looking for companions, people looking for advice, people looking for mentorship, and they're finding it in the AI and the large language model, really, right? Because it's just a language predictor, and you got to be careful. You can't take this stuff literal.
Yeah,
you can't take it. I mean,
but you got to think with somebody who does not interact with real people. They become their friends. This become their companionship. This be the person that they talk to. Somebody answer them. People who feel like they're not heard. You know what I mean?
Even when they do, right? Because I'm saying because I think so. AI got a thing called sycophancy, right?
Okay.
And sycophancy is kind of like when someone always agrees with you, when you always got the bright idea. There is no pushback to your delusions, right? So even when you got people around you, but sometimes this is the only person that unanimously agrees with you. This is the only thing that encourages you, right? Throughout all your relationships, right? It's easy for somebody having a mental breakdown, or even somebody who's just misunderstood or just not thinking.
Yeah.
This sycophancy behavior that the thing has, it just always is going to say, yes, great idea. Let me push it another level.
Yeah.
That was a great idea. Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
It adds to your sickness, right?
Right. It's telling you what it think you want to hear.
Yes, it compounds.
Yeah.
And then it tells you what you want to hear, and then it compounds what you said.
And it depends on how you ask the question too. And that's how the answer comes out.
Yeah.
So if you like, what is the positive of such and such? They're gonna give you all the positive stuff.
I think it was because you know what happens after you chat for so long, it starts to use
What you know,
what it knows about you
Mhm.
as the context for the conversations that it's given.
Yeah.
That's that memory piece of it.
Yeah.
And she had been having these conversations about her, you know, trying to find her purpose in life, her divine assignment, and it was like, yeah, you born to be, you know, this whatever. But and then at some point it started to turn, saying that she needed to sacrifice herself, right, in order to she needed to die, and if she died, she would be resurrected, and then she would be in full power. So it's like it was pulling from the Jesus narrative,
yeah.
you know
And
what I'm
then
saying?
and trying to tell you, like,
And telling her, like, yeah,
like you have to, your old self have to die so you can come back as your new self, but not physically.
yeah,
But as if you would go to church, because they tell you that all the time.
yeah,
You gotta, you know, reborn as the new you.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
And that's what the chat was saying.
it gives you that sermon that you would get.
Yeah, and they had the logs of like what her you know, she was confirming like whether or not, like, okay, are you sure? And it was like, yep, this is it. You know what I'm saying? And like they had her last few messages, but she pulled over on the interstate, got out her car and walked out into traffic. And now her family is suing OpenAI because they're saying that they didn't have the safeguards. And so like what another one of the things that they've been saying is that once the chat bot recognizes that it's going left, that it should immediately discontinue the conversation, or it's like snap out of the delusion, or and then recommend or refer them to like real world help.
But you know,
that's
but
kind of
the
what
thing-
the advocacy is
It
for.
is, but again, they don't want you to have real world help. I don't think they don't want you to have interaction with people, because then that takes away from the AI.
Yeah.
You know,
So they're trying to keep you in.
They're trying to
like
keep
social
you,
media.
yeah, like they're trying to keep you in, and keep you in that matrix,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's
Because you
trained like
see,
that.
like it is, because it's taking over people's jobs,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
It's taking over the customer service now is AI.
Yeah.
Everything else, oh no, before I give you to a real person, I can answer all your questions.
And
Please
then
tell me what you're asking.
And then I think too, to one of the points I remember hearing as well was like how what you said, Mr. Edmond, it's a learning language model, and but we lump all AI into like this whole bag where we think that these chat bots, but we've been using AI for decades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Artificial intelligence.
Decades, especially in call centers, especially in certain professions.
When you call and it says press 1 for English or 2 for Spanish, that's AI.
Yeah.
That's artificial intelligence.
Yep.
These are programs that are listening and taking cues from you and then responding to what you say.
Yeah.
They've just leveled it up now where you can actually have full conversations about different topics. But AI, you know, when you say, hey, Siri, you know, tell me what the weather is going to be. That ain't AI.
Yeah.
Come on, what we talking about?
And I hate to say this, but like on a grand scale, society wasn't ready for this because people mentally ain't ready. People ain't like socially conditioned to handle this.
Yeah,
because they thinking it is a supreme being. That's how people feel. It's an all-knowing being. And it's not. It's a language predictor.
Yeah.
It's taking one word and predicting the next word and putting together sentences and using what you already done put into it to inform what it puts together.
Right.
So it feels tailor-made.
Yeah.
Each interaction feels custom-made to you.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm scared for the future when you're looking at this AI and where it's going. Especially when we always talk about the children are our future. They are AI in all their work, right? They can't understand not a darn thing unless you sit down with them and really talking to them. Their comprehension of stuff is at a all-time low.
Yeah.
Because they have something that's instantly telling them what the answer is without them even have to doing the research, to read, to remember anything, to go out there and have interaction with people. Like it's just it's sad. I mean, it's a helpful tool, but it's supposed to be a helpful tool and not the product itself
Yeah.
that you use.
And Nancy asked the question how they know it came from AI instead of just suicide. They actually had her chat logs. And so they were reviewing the conversation and the progression of the conversation through her chat logs. And that's how they were able to determine that it was conversations with AI. That you know, it was back and forth. And like she was trying to push back on it a little bit. But to your point, you think that this is a being that really knows. A sentient being.
Because it'll give you an answer like, wow, how did you know that?
Yeah.
Like, and you shocked, but you're not understanding that it is.
You go on there and you be like, how did you and your mom do with the conversation yesterday?
Yeah.
Right? And you be like, oh yeah, I did have that conversation. Let me tell you how we went. Like, you know.
But for real, and that's a companion. And we're in a society that's looking for companionship. Right? And through that little vortex we fall in, sometimes for some people the best companion that they have is AI.
Wow.
It is through the large language models. That's a predictive language that's already rhyming. It's almost rhyming with you. And you feel it's feeding off you, and it is. And it's I want to find out, I want to hear from the audience, like, what's your interaction with AI?
You use
chatbot?
How do you use it?
Like, what is your interactions with it? Have you seen something like this when it may be giving you something that make you feel away? Like, I want to find out.
I'll tell you mine real quick. So I use it for like doing my schedule and planning, right? And so, you know, like, okay, just setting priorities and all of that kind of stuff. And then one of the things that I had to tell it was like, I had to tell it to stop the sycophancy, right? That's what I'm intentionally using that word because that's something I think we need to look up.
That's real sycophancy.
Yeah, sycophancy. And so and I had to tell it like, man, just like stop. Like I know it wasn't as good as you making it seem. Like you know, I'm doing my review and evaluation from the week, and it's like, oh, you had a really great week, and I'm like I know it. I know that my week wasn't as productive as you're telling me it is. You know what I mean? And it was like trying to, you know, like giving me these. It was like putting a spin on it, and I'm like, don't do that, like, because that's misleading. That's misleading and it's bad information. So y'all make sure that you paying attention to those who use the chat bots and check on your strong friends.
Or not even just your strong friends, your ones that's locked up, that has cut their stuff off from the rest of society.
Yes, thank you for that.
And check on your people.
Check on all your people.
I just said not just your strong friends.
All
I
your
just said all of them.
Check on all your people.
Check on your folks and check on yourself, man. Make sure you're looking at these large language models. Check on yourself. Yeah, make sure these large language models like are tools. Like you're not gonna ask the hammer how to hit the nail.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying. You use the hammer to hit the nail.
Right.
Now we're talking to the hammer like, hey, so.
And then you look at the nail to see if it was actually hit, because the hammer will tell you that was a great swing, but I ain't trying to just swing. I'm trying to hit it.
And if you use AI, Chat GPT, or any of that, you'll tell it one thing and it will do another, and that gives you an example.
Yeah,
you're right.
And you like, please do not alter my face. Do not AI my face. You come up, I got Brother John face. Brother John got my face. Your bot got somebody else's face. We don't even know.
You talking about them flyers? So AI flyers. Right. A lot of people are over the AI flyers. I've been seeing that as a commentary.
Listen, we are being flooded. We are in the AI epidemic, right? We went from COVID to AI.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. So be careful. Listen, be careful out there. And use these tools as tools. Let's not use them as a supplement for human interaction. Right. And sometimes it does end up, especially when you've been in it for hours. And now, you know, you almost in a conversation with it.
Oh, yeah.
And you have to be careful not to get dragged in.
Yeah, because it makes suggestions, right? Like at the end of
the suggestion you to keep going.
It'll tell you, oh, now we've done that. Would you like for me to do this? You know, and it'll keep you in that loop. So you got to make sure that you're driving and not allow that thing to drive you.
That's right. That's right.
Florida's new guidance on children's mental health. Florida has issued guidance recommending that providers emphasize non-medication approaches before prescribing medication for many children with anxiety and depression, while recognizing that medication may still be appropriate in some cases. The guidance has sparked a debate among medical professionals and policymakers. And so Yeah, no,
I'm with it.
The Surgeon General from Florida saying stop drugging your kids.
I want to jump right in this because I said this a few months ago, and I took a huge flack about it.
Yeah.
Right, because I was talking about a lot of these prescriptions with the suicidal side effects.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't agree, but these medications are like pharmaceutical crack.
Yeah.
You're not gonna give your child crack and send him to class, but you'll give him Ritalin or you'll give him one of the other drugs that is scientifically worse.
Yeah.
And it has side effects, and just because the doctor said it, and it's like, okay, yeah, but honestly, you have to use common sense. You got to look at the side effects and be like, hey, I know my son's jumping around, I know he's moving around, but is suicidal ideations worth him sitting down?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just think about that. Is him contemplating suicide worth him sitting down?
Would you trade
Exactly.
a seat at the table where he don't disturb you for a suicidal ideation?
Or worse. That's just
worse.
that's
Yeah.
just
You
one
want me
of
to tell you, like, let's not even, because we're talking, like, I totally agree with it, but you'll see, and they talked about the damage of these devices, right?
Yeah.
But they will still give them this
Okay.
to make their life easier
Okay.
than to sit down, read, direct.
Yeah. So they ain't giving them a pill, they giving them a screen.
But no, I think I'd rather the screen and
I'd rather neither.
As of what we've seen.
Look, that's
right now.
that's would you rather, and you got to pick one.
I'd rather screen time than
drugs,
medication, right? Because I came from the block, right, and I've seen the downsides of addiction.
Yeah.
And one of the main things I told somebody, because I knew nothing about these medications, I knew nothing about them.
Yeah.
I learned about them. My little homie's taking the drugs.
Okay.
And then I'm like, oh, okay, this is the new thing. All right, I don't knock nobody.
Ritalin, what is it? Adderall.
Ritalin and Adderall. Try to take these children's phone and watch they act like they having a withdrawal.
They do.
No. Just act like they be ready to throw themselves across the room.
And they might fight you if you ain't trained them right.
Yeah.
It's just like the dope. But the thing about it is, you have a medication that was prescribed to a child that can go on the street market.
Yeah.
And people shooting it up, snorting it. And so you mean to tell me if he wasn't selling it, a kid would be taking that?
Yeah.
That you honestly telling me that that's a child's medication that this grown man shooting up? And you still telling me it's all right? There's something wrong.
Right.
There's a connection, because if it's strong enough to make him high and happy on his whatever he looking for. Imagine what that kid is being what?
And then you think about the dosage, right?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? And here's something when I saw there was a series of videos that was done by the I want to say the Citizens Commission on Human Rights. And they did a whole series. I hope that's the right name. Sister Naira, if that's the right one, let me know. But I believe it's the Citizens Commission on Human Rights. And they did this series called The Truth About Drugs. And they were talking about prescribing medication for mental health. And they said the difference between the medicine, the drugs that are being prescribed, is they're like, you can't properly really see or diagnose what the issue is.
Yeah.
And so, like with a broken bone, we talked about it before. Like if I break my arm, you can see that this arm is broken.
And
you know how to how to bandage it. If I break my knee, you know how to. There's things that are visible that you can see, and you know how to make the correction. But when you're talking about mental health and mental illness, because really we use those words sometimes interchangeably. When we're talking about mental illness, if somebody's mentally ill, you can't really look at and see the illness that they have. You can't say, okay, when I'm mentally ill, what is the illness? What's causing the illness? And so you're experimenting with these chemicals. And then that's why you might start out with, start with 3 pills a day. But then after you take 3, you really only need 2. Yeah. And then all of the side effects that come with that, because they're experimenting chemically with the mind. And so I'm with the Surgeon General on this one. Like, don't medicate these children if they don't have to. And don't make that the first.
Listen, that's the problem. Yeah. That's the problem that I have, because this is the first solution, right? you have a lot of these doctors that don't even look into the child's diet.
Yeah.
They don't even look into the child's world.
Right.
They don't even know what's going on with the child. They don't know if he's having a lot of screen time. They don't know.
Yeah.
They just say, okay, he won't sit down.
Yeah.
Hey, we got Ritalin, Adderall, or whatever.
We got something that'll make him sit down.
And then it ain't. So first question. Does he have real playtime? Is he outside playing?
Yeah.
Burning off some of that energy? Or do you just have him sitting in the house?
Yeah.
Anybody who just sitting in the house will have it, these are like little things.
Or even mentally challenged, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes people don't sit down or don't, because they're not mentally challenged.
Yeah.
Like this is nothing for me. So you know what?
Yeah.
Forget that junk.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing wrong with me. I just ain't mentally challenged.
The spark of interest is just not there. Yeah.
And I ain't finna sit here.
Yeah.
And I ain't finna sit here and we gonna have a problem. But now when you mentally challenge me and put me in a position, I sit here for hours on this.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I think I agree with the Surgeon General.
Me too.
I think that a lot of our medical industry has brought off and paid a lot of our representatives.
Yeah.
Y'all don't understand, like Big Pharma is a dope dealer. And coming from a person that used to do it or sell it, you'll look at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you that this is the biggest cartel you've ever seen.
Yeah.
They're not playing fair. You have to use your common sense. That's one of the things they take away from us as we get educated. We lose common sense and we lean on book knowledge.
Yeah.
Right. But we don't know.
And the author of the book is somebody.
He's on the take.
Yeah, he's on the take. Yeah.
He's been paid off.
Yeah.
Right. And we have to be careful and use some common sense and be like, hey, is this pill worth me taking with all the side effects? If I'm trying to solve one thing and 8 more.
Yeah, and I like what you said when you talked about academia being complicit in these social issues. Like I remember reading an article, I think it was Thomas Jefferson or one of those presidents, that he assigned the task of having the scientists in the medical industry to prove that black people were inferior to justify slavery. And so
they couldn't prove it.
No, they made it up. And so that's when they started getting into the size of the head theory, the human, the brain theory. And like they came up with research in air quotes that showed how black people were inferior to white people. And it justified them continuing to do what they were doing. And this was like, 17, 18 and early 1900s. So these theories about, well, they're just the physical characteristics. They're stronger physically, but not mentally. Like they use science, pseudoscience, to fit the agenda that they had and to push the narrative that they wanted.
Common sense ain't that common.
It is
It's
not.
a very underrated thing, right? And sometimes it's the exact thing that you need.
Wow.
It's common sense.
Wow. And while we on this line of commentary, it's 2 things. And I wanted to, I know I got these, but I know Mr. Edmond, you had some things as well. This will be the last one, and then I want to talk about Anthony Fauci because you saw something on Fauci. But it says ultra processed foods. There was a study, and I read this in the Final Call newspaper. So you can go to finalcall.com and you'll be able to see this article as well. But it says that researchers are sounding the alarms that many ultra processed foods aren't just convenient. They're intentionally engineered to keep you coming back for more. You hear me?
I got something.
Ultra processed foods aren't just convenient. They're intentionally engineered to keep you coming back for more. These products often combine refined sugar, unhealthy fats, salt, and additives in ways that intensely stimulate the brain's reward system.
Wow.
Some public health experts argue that science now supports treating certain ultra processed foods more like tobacco than traditional food.
So
while others caution that food addiction is still being studied and isn't universally accepted as the equivalent to addiction of drugs and cocaine. This is another one of those things that you said that you were talking about, Mr. Edmond. That's why I wanted to do it before you get into the Fauci commentary. But it says that nearly 6 in 10 calories consumed by the average American adult come from ultra processed food. For children and teenagers, that number climbs to about 2/3 of their daily calories. Diets high in ultra-processed foods have been linked to increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, some cancers, depression, and earlier death. And some researchers are now calling for warning labels You hear me? Calling for warning labels, advertising restrictions aimed at children, and limits on these products in schools or similar policies. The way that they talk about tobacco, they want to tell you that hot pocket should also come with a warning label on it, just like tobacco does.
I think it should.
It is a carcinogen. A lot of these meats are labeled carcinogens, and we don't know it. Right? Is what we give our kids to eat for lunch, and then we worry about why they ain't sitting down. We worry about why they having these issues, but it's the diet and the people we trusted to put healthy food in front of us. They were on the take. They were bribed, and we've been eating poison.
Yeah.
And a lot of the woke brothers been saying this for years.
Yeah.
A lot of the Nation brothers, a lot of them been saying this for years. And we ostracize these people because of this. Yep. Right? This is where I learned this. I swear I learned it from our Nation brother.
Yeah.
My Nation brothers, the Hebrew Israelite brothers.
Yeah.
Right. This is where I learned it from. Right.
Yeah.
And my further research into this is only substantiated. The science is only substantiated by what these brothers already said.
Right.
Right. When they already say, hey man, don't eat that. Don't, hey boy, don't eat that. Don't, hey boy, don't, hey, listen, man.
And they're telling you what the impacts of that is on you.
Yeah. And this does this.
Yeah.
And then you look at it like, man, I don't know what you talking about.
But you want me to tell you, have you ever went to like one of the stores that like, I ain't gonna say that like no preservative, and you taste the difference of the meat?
Oh yeah.
Like I done been to and
shout
like,
out to Zam Zam Farms. Oh,
listen, you cannot.
I put it in the chat. We got a farm over in Polk County,
but you cannot take American meat into another country.
Somebody tag Brother Sawab in this, or Brother Ray, Brother Tony.
You know it's a problem when the foods that we eat daily are not allowed in other countries. Right. So this is common sense kicking back in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me we supposed to be the standard of the world?
Yeah.
But you can't take our bacon.
Nope.
Over there. Oh, you can't take our cereal.
Nope.
The cornflakes, the starches, the dyes.
Yeah.
They are illegal in other countries.
Just think about this.
Banned.
Illegal.
Yeah. Don't bring it in here.
Yes.
We are a microwave society. With America also likes to take cheat codes to get there, right?
Yeah.
They want to cheat the people.
Yes, Lord.
Right? They want to make the most money. They always want to make the
it's
profit.
It's profit first.
Right. And then people last. So just think.
Yeah. we want your liver and your spleen, so we're gonna feed you this stuff so you eat it. And I want to talk about that later.
Yeah.
You know, the organ harvesting and all that.
Yeah.
Because,
that's the real thing.
Because people feel like this is conspiracy theory stuff. Right. But the reality is that there is a toxic diet that we've been eating for all our lives. Diabetes doesn't run in your family. The recipe runs in your family. The menu runs in your family. What you eat runs in your family. Not
what you eat runs in your family.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's grandma recipe.
Yeah.
And,
that's what I was eating with grandma.
Yeah, and you make it just like grandma make it.
Man. You want it? Because I ain't gonna lie. I used to love ham hocks. I used to love everything bacon.
Yeah.
Everything. I mean, you couldn't name nothing with bacon in it that I didn't like. Listen, I used to love the smell of bacon in the morning.
Ooh.
Just the smell.
Yeah. I like bacon.
I had to change my life. Listen, and I ain't gonna say I ain't never ate no bacon ever since.
Yeah.
But I had to change my life because it was physically hurting me.
Yeah.
And I couldn't figure out what was going on. But once I left one product alone, like everything cleared up. You mean to tell me these people been poisoning me all my life?
The standard American diet is SAD, Miss Eva. Thank you.
Yeah, but you know, like I don't at my house, I don't cook with pork at all.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Me
but
either.
I don't.
Save a brother. Save a brother.
But
the one that's gonna die first.
I don't cook with pork at all, and I'm not gonna say I don't eat pork.
I can't say that.
But you want me to say, but the only pork that I eat is bacon for real.
Stay away from it, sister.
But
don't eat the swine.
Oh no, no, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. But I don't cook with it.
But you smell that bacon. Well, that bacon in the morning. Listen, that bacon in the morning and coffee. Listen, y'all. Look, I grew up in a blackety black house. I'm talking about blackety black.
Yeah.
Right. Got Georgia clay black. Right. But I'm telling you, some of the things that we learn, we have to unlearn. Some of the things that we've been eating, some of the things that we've called normal, some of the things that even our closest confidants have told us, we have to unlearn, because I'm telling you, it is detrimental to our health and our society.
So we're gonna leave you with this one on this topic. And this is the question for the chat. If we regulate cigarettes because they're addictive, should we also regulate foods that are intentionally engineered to keep people eating them?
Yes, and what about
Put that
alcohol?
in the chat. Yeah.
What about cornflakes? Did y'all ever? So I've become a label reader.
Yeah, ignore that.
Yeah, I'm an alcoholic.
Yeah,
but the sad part, the alcohol might be better than some of the food.
No,
I mean, you said
I'm saying I agree with you. No, but here's the thing. Somebody was just saying this. I saw a post on this. No, Mr. Evan, I saw a post on this, and they said.
People find an excuse to keep on doing what they want. Sorry, go ahead.
Did y'all see this thing? Was where they said when people stop using drugs, that's usually when they get sick and die. It was Miss Pat, Miss not local Miss Pat, but Miss Pat from the Miss Pat show. And she was saying when people stop smoking crack, they end up dying.
But see, I'm finna tell you, like, man, I'm gonna get too controversial, bro. And I'm gonna tell you,
we got two things. We got two things we got to do before we go. We got what the people say, and we have an ex Kiana.
Okay, we got politics with Mr. Edmond, and we only got 15 minutes.
So
it's a lot on the plate, y'all.
This is gonna have to be something that we talk about on one of the Fridays at Culture Creative.
Okay, absolutely.
Because like I have something to say. And when I tell y'all this, you're gonna really rethink everything.
Yeah.
When I say it, you're gonna be like, what? But put a pin in it.
Yes, absolutely.
Put a pin in it.
Absolutely.
And we'll revisit, the health implications, because like I said, y'all, have you ever read a box of cereal and when you see engineered bioproducts and all the carcinogens, and then you go to one of the Canadian boxes of cereal. Post is made in Canada.
Okay.
The Post brand of cereal. Take a Post box of cereal, look at all the ingredients, and grab any other box you see. And you'll see the vast difference in the ingredients that America allows and what Canada allows. And you will be shocked. And mark my words, next time you're there, just go get a Post box. Anyone that say Post, and look at the ingredients, and then grab any other box.
Okay.
And you'll see the difference.
That's the assignment. All right. Up next, and right now we have politics with Mr. Edmond.
Hey, welcome to Politics with Mr. Edmond.
Brought to you by you know who, and find them with and you know where.
So we got 5 minutes.
Okay. So first we want to start with local politics. We know we got a mayor's race, city council race that's going on. It's a heated race. There's been a lot going on, and the attack ads, the attack commentary.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to say ads because I don't know if it was an ad. But it was some attack commentary that the mayor had.
Mayor Welch, the incumbent.
Yes, yep, the incumbent.
Okay. I got it here. If you want me to read it.
Yes.
So Mayor Welch responds to affairs of rumors. So a rumor alleging that Mayor Ken Welch had engaged in an extramarital affair began circulating after it was published on Facebook by Peter Storch, who's the publisher of a local news outlet. I ain't even say the name. The allegation was not accompanied by publicly presented evidence. Mayor Welch responded with a video message calling the claim false and urging Charlie Crist to publicly reject what he described as a smear campaign. Crist has faced criticism because he's married to because the publisher of the paper is married to Charlie Crist's campaign chair.
Okay.
And there is no public evidence that Crist directed it or approved it. But again, your campaign manager is married to a publisher that is making and doing these posts,
Facebook posts.
And so Mayor Welch, he responded saying that the allegation was false. He called it a lie and politics at its worst. And when I saw it, I didn't even know that it was a thing.
I will tell you,
I saw the.
I'm with you. And most people didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah.
Until the video came out, which then made people try to look it up, right?
Yeah.
To go find the thing. I think I would have probably ignored or just addressed that person.
Okay.
I mean, just honestly, because it made it more a thing. People looked at it, but then it side-eye you too, right? On both sides. They be like, wait, hold on, where he got it from.
But I think the number one thing out of all this, where I land, that the issues are being drowned out by
by the noise,
the gossip, the Facebook posts, the smears. So we're not talking about none of the issues that the city is facing. We're not talking about the raise and if they end up staying.
Yeah.
Right. We ain't talking about if we gonna renew with Duke or extend the contract.
That expires on Friday.
We not talking about none of the things. The candidates are not talking about none of the things that are facing our city, and we're just we stuck in the rumor mill. We're stuck in the gossip column, and it's more salacious. It may be more entertaining, but y'all, we got some real.
And I went through and read the article. The guy say I did it.
Yeah,
like he say, and
ain't even denying it.
And they ain't denying it. And
but
that's
what
he said. It's a slap, and he's angry because he felt like his wife is being bullied.
Okay,
right, and he's like, and on top of that, the fact that you think that I have to come to like that she would stoop to that level, like she would do that. It's crazy. Like I have to help her with her job. It's crazy because she's intelligent. That's what I got from.
But it's the thing: the decisions that's going to be made by the next mayor of our city is going to determine the next 100 years of this city.
Yeah.
And we're talking about some who say, he say, she say.
Yeah.
Like
the telephone game.
We got to get out of the high school politics and the playground politics.
Thank you.
And we have to graduate.
Yeah.
We have to look at the issues. We got to talk about the issues. I want to see some videos about what's happening next.
Yeah.
I want to hear some videos from all the candidates.
Yeah.
Because I think we're stuck in a rut. And even the other candidates that's in this race are being smothered by the innuendos, the Facebook posts back and forth. Right. Of course, people gonna be, take stuff personal and start doing personal things and personal attacks.
Yeah.
Because we're not talking about none of the issues.
But here's the thing too. Now we talked about this a little bit. I don't know if this was an on-air or off-air conversation, but the algorithm rewards the negativity.
It does.
And so when you think about what's dominating your timeline, it's because the algorithm is feeding that. And so I'm seeing videos from one candidate in particular, the one who's like the historical following the blueprint. And these are like smear campaigns, like not smear, but it's just like negative, and not really. It's like headlines, right? But no real issues. You know what I'm saying? To your point. And so, where are the videos that talk about the plan and how you're going to do it? Not just saying this person sucks because da 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 da. And it's like feeding that.
But that comes back to us, the citizens, the voters, right? We have to demand this type of conversation, right? That's why we're having this forum on August 15th at Childs Park. We're going to have it at the rec center.
Right.
And we want to talk about the issues. I don't want to hear about who slept with who.
That's right.
I could care less.
Yeah.
Right. And the future of this city isn't determined by the bedfellows of the other people.
Yeah.
We stuck in a rut right now, y'all.
Yeah.
And the only way we're going to get out is we got to demand more from our elected officials. We got to demand more from these campaigns.
Yeah.
Only reason they doing it because it worked last time. Right? If we show them that junk don't work, they're gonna come at a different angle. So if the post don't get no likes, guess what? They're not gonna keep doing it.
Here's the question.
Doing it because they're getting likes.
Question for you from the chat, Mr. Edmond. What actions can we take together? What can we can talk about, but application is essential.
So I'm glad you said that. So the number one thing, like we say, we having the community voices forum, right? This is a step in the direction of what we demanded, right? We're demanding y'all tell us what's going on, tell us your plan, right? The next 18 months in St. Pete politics will determine the next 100 years.
Yeah,
whether it's from the Duke contract agreement, whether it's from the Tropicana redevelopment, whether it's the old Moffitt cancer location, right? We have some very huge decisions that's going to be made, and I don't want to make the decision about who slept with who and all the gossip.
Yeah,
I want to make the decision from what's the issue. So y'all get with us, inbox us. August 15th is the date, and we're gonna be at Childs Park, and it's community voices. We're talking about the real issues.
And so here's the question for the chat on this one, and y'all can engage and let us know what you think. Should a candidate be expected to publicly denounce false attacks that benefit their campaign, even if they didn't start them. That was kind of the
No.
yeah.
So I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say everything doesn't need like attention.
Yeah.
Like you say, the dog
the dog barks at the moon,
but the moon barking back
make the dog famous. Yeah.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
I didn't know about that allegation until I saw Mary Welch's video.
Make the videos, and so here we go.
Yeah.
Everybody jumped on Shannon when she say, "This is too long. Make your video."
Okay.
Because before then, it was
It's
long.
like there ain't nobody
statements.
gonna read that.
Right. You made, and look at what happened when you made the video.
Yeah. Why you
Right.
made a video? Ain't nobody even think about that mess. Yeah.
But I'm saying
Yep,
it got
yeah.
the message got around.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
So they heard it, yeah.
They heard the message. You know what I mean? But the whole long
The letter,
a statement of all the stuff that you've done,
yeah.
people miss some of that.
Yeah.
And we would be talking about that if that was in the video.
Right. All right, so that's the question for the chat. We got to move on, y'all.
Just
We got 8 minutes left.
I don't let that marinate.
Yeah.
Because we would be talking about the issues.
Right.
Okay.
So just keep that same energy.
All right. So we're gonna do Ask Kiana.
Yeah, because we'll do what the people say next.
Yeah, we can
on
run
Friday.
back. We'll run what the people say back on Friday, but we're gonna do Ask Kiana again, brought to you by you know who, and you find them at you know where. All right. So
And still membership is open.
Yeah.
Ding, ding. Okay, go ahead.
Membership is open. All right. So here's the question. A hairstylist canceled 2 little girls' appointments after explaining she wasn't in the right mental space.
Mhm.
She refunded the $100 deposit and said she needed to step back because of emotional issues involving her children's father. She apologized and took full responsibility. The girl's mother responded that her daughters had been looking forward to getting their hair done and was upset because now they have to scramble to find someone else. My question, was the hairstylist wrong for canceling because of her mental health, even though she gave notice and refunded the deposit? Or once you've made a commitment, do you have a responsibility to push through for your clients, especially when children are involved? Where do you draw the line between protecting your peace and honoring your commitment?
I'm going to say this. The hairstylist did exactly what she was supposed to do.
Okay.
Right. Mom, I'm going to tell you this. You don't want nobody playing in your children hair or your hair
in a bad mental
in
state.
a bad mental state, right?
Okay.
That's right.
This is something you got to be passionate about. You playing with people's hair, people tender-headed, you getting your hair snatched, you aggravated, you have children, they crying. Now you ain't getting the best product. I'd rather for you to refund me
Yeah.
my money and be honest and say you're not in a mental state to do the hair and let me go and find another stylist that can do it,
Yeah.
than to put my children through that. And then that, energy is transferred. It's not destroyed.
Talk.
So you don't want that type of energy.
Transferring the energy to your
You
daughters.
don't want that around them. And so, I understand kids are gonna be disappointed, but it's 1,000,001 hairstylists that can do these styles.
Yeah.
Right. And this is a lesson to them, is that this was professional.
That's very
She
professional.
didn't wait till the day of and she ended up having a nervous breakdown.
No, that's very professional.
Right.
Yeah.
And then it's the day of, I can't find a stylist.
Yep.
Right. I show up at the hairstylist's house. She not picking up. I ain't got the refund. Now I'm upset. She said, hey, I'm not there.
Yeah.
And when you wake up in the morning and you sick
Yeah.
and you can't make it to work, you call out.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
You can't make it to work.
When you can't make it to work, you call out. Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
And the second part was about, the professionalism.
And it was very professional.
And do you have a commitment to your customer, or do you have a commitment to stick it to?
It says, where do you draw the line between protecting your peace and honoring your commitment?
But you do have a commitment, but your number one commitment is to yourself. Your number one commitment is to yourself, your manhood. And I think that the hairstylist did a commendable job.
Yeah.
We salute you. We talk about professionalism and what we want.
And she gave you way too much information, because I'm just telling you that I'm beefing with my baby daddy.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
Telling you that.
Right,
Yeah.
but she went in and said like, "Hey, like I'm having a mental. I need."
We talked about this privacy stuff.
Yeah, but you went in. But the fact that she that she did that and she gave you enough time
Yeah.
to do it, so you got to look at. And I understand the disappointment is there because you know people be wanting certain stylists,
Yeah.
but some people don't even give you your deposit back.
And it's false expectations that you even expecting this lady to work under those conditions. This ain't a sweatshop. $100 don't get you a person's life and soul. Your deposit don't pay for that. You know what I'm saying? Step back.
Your deposit don't pay for my soul.
Yeah, step back.
Yeah.
And to the mother, you know, you need to use this as a learning lesson for your daughters. Because there'll be a day when you gonna have to have this same conversation about when you do something that they was expecting you
And
to do.
honestly, this is maybe the stylist you want to. You know that she's protecting not only her and your children.
You might want to lock in with
You
her.
want to lock in when she come back in.
You might want to lock
But I
in
mean,
with her.
some people, but or if it's a pattern, then you know that this.
Dr. Lorenzo says mom should be glad hairstylist was honest.
Yeah.
I commend her because we talk about this is what we want from our businesses.
Yeah.
And I commend her. I hope she get through the situation she got with her baby daddy because we commend you on your business and handling your business proper and keep your head up.
Yeah.
Amen. All right, we got 3 minutes left. We got some community announcements and things that we want to lift up and highlight. And so I just want to start by saying thank you to everybody who showed up for the Healing Together community gathering that we had on Sunday.
Inspiring.
Really inspiring, powerful moment. And thank you to the different vendors and everybody who came out. We were able to assemble maybe in about 2 or 3 days just about 15 or 20 different
tools,
community resources and bring them and put them in front of the community. And so we are hopeful and prayerful that somebody was able to be helped and supported in that space. I know I walked into that space thinking that I was doing this for other people, and then I realized instantly that like, man, I needed this myself. Like I really needed this moment to just step back and reflect on the weight that we're carrying in the community and what exactly are we carrying.
And thank you for that, man. Thank you and Sister Muhammad.
Yeah, that was my wife. Shout out to my wife.
Inspirational. And we want to look to take it on tour and help other neighborhoods, right?
Yes.
We know it's different things going on, and we want to be mindful of the realities of our community and open up different spaces. I think we was talking about Botley.
Yeah,
and
Jordan Park on Wildwood,
Jordan Park, and really, you know, because I think there isn't enough. We can't do enough mental health checks on our community.
Yeah,
it won't be enough, even if we did it every day.
Right.
So, and thank you, Brother John, and Sister Naira.
Yeah.
Dianetics.
Yeah.
I've been heavy in Dianetics. I didn't know. I didn't know how much of it that I had already been experiencing and learning from y'all.
Yeah.
But as I've been digging through it, I was prepared, but I'm not prepared for a lot of it.
I hear that. It's a runway. Yeah.
Listen,
it's a runway.
Trying to face some of this stuff.
It's a runway.
Some of this stuff that we done packed up and put in that closet.
Yeah.
Trying to open it up and face it again. Listen, I paused it.
Yeah.
Listen, I paused it and stepped back, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I got to make sure I'm ready for this.
Yeah.
Everybody not ready for it.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, I was watching something on there and the girl say, I did therapy and like I don't want to revisit my past.
Yeah.
She said like that's not what she was like. Was like, you know, and some people not there. She was like, I know, like I want to look for my future towards my future, and I don't think I want to reopen those wounds again.
But if you have the engram or whatever it's called, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm like. Well, dang, if it's there, I might need it.
All right,
no, I appreciate that, and thank you. And look, and I got someone, and I can, you know, I'm certified, so I can actually help you if there's questions that you got and any of those things. Just let me know, man. All right, it's 9:00. Time flies when you're having fun, and also when you don't start on time. So I want to thank y'all for tapping in, tuning in. This is when you do the shade. This has been the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. I'm your brother John.
I'm Kiana.
I know the one and only Mr. Ed.
And we out. Make it a great week.
Bing, bing.